Welcome, fellow watchers, to another episode of The Watcher's Point of View. I'm your host, JP Spector, once back again. That fat girl Dana is hanging out with me.
What up?
As usual, she wanted to come back for another episode, and we stated that we were going to talk about traveling. So that's how we're going to kick it off today. Once again, have an open heart and open mind when you watch any of the shows or when you're listening to it only on audio. Always have an open heart and open mind. Agree to disagree on some topics. We're all walking the same path, and it's just different ways of getting there. So, what's been going on, girl?
Just the COVID.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, still with COVID. Yeah, our last episode, we did touch on that a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, too. Hopefully, I'm hopeful, very hopeful, that they're going to lift a lot of these travel restrictions and travel bans. Stay-at-home restrictions, I get them. I understand. Yeah. But on that same token, man, there is a fine line between staying at home and violating people's rights. And what I mean by that is, and the only reason I'm bringing that up is from a quote-unquote constitutional standpoint.
Okay.
There's a fine line. I understand some of the stuff that's going on, but we can't be totally into, even though we're doing media, we can't sit here and believe everything that the media is tossing out at us. When they're talking about traveling, things of that nature. Now, does travel need to be limited right now? In my personal opinion, yes. Yeah, I will say that. I believe some traveling right now, especially going out of country, things of that nature.
Oh, yeah.
I believe that should be limited.
Okay.
Crossing state lines.
I do that every day.
That's where I'm coming from. It's like
I live next to Indiana.
Right. So Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, Illinois, Iowa, Illinois, we border.
Right.
And, lesser of two evils, I don't think they have to be as strict, but that's my personal opinion.
Well, Indiana is pretty much opening up because one of my jobs is actually in Indiana. So, we're supposedly opening open. Well, not full. We're going to be...
They're more relaxed.
Yes.
Right.
But Lake County was... like the last stronghold of it, because they're the closest and everybody works in Chicago pretty much.
Right, and they border Illinois.
Right.
That whole Hammond, Portage area, all that.
And it's, it's like a funnel of...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you
go
with the
back
hands
and
again.
forth.
One thing you always notice about Dana, anytime you guys are ever watching the live, I shouldn't say live, but anytime you're watching the videos here, anytime she's co-hosting with me, you will know she's very talkative with her hands. I'm bad, okay, every now and then with the fingers and everything.
Gesticulating.
Yeah, call it whatever you want.
I gesticulate.
And I know some of the watchers are going, oh, God, here she goes using big words.
I can't help it that I am smart.
Oh, no, I never said you weren't all there intellectually, No, I'll give you your props on that always.
I'm just saying.
True, but you know
with
what?
My hands.
Wow, and yes, once again she went there. But I did want to talk about. You travel just as much as I do. Mm-hmm. You travel way more than I do.
Do I?
Well, here's the thing: you're more apt to travel, and you're the person who can get up and go. I got a couple other things that would stop me from traveling. You know why?
Yeah.
So, like I said, my traveling is limited, but when I do travel, I travel.
Right.
And I just wanted to talk about that, touch on some places we go, places that we eat, and also I want to talk about the differences in our prepping for travel, because people really don't understand. You and I have a weird combination of traveling. Like your get together and get ready to rock and roll bag is a little bit different than mine.
Yeah.
And
it's a whole lot different than yours.
Well, yeah, male, female. Yeah, you want to go there on that level.
No, I wasn't even going on that level.
So you want to go there, fine. No, but seriously though, we have a wide range of stuff. And okay, like for instance, where's the last place you went? It could be a road trip too. You're prepping for road trip or long distance. Talk to us about it.
I'm trying. Where was the last place I went? Was it to go get my horse in Kentucky?
I'm not sure.
Maybe. No.
But
No, because I went to Georgia after that.
all right, screw that. Go back to this horse in Kentucky. No, you've already piqued the watcher's interest now. Okay, you just can't go. Oh, gee, let's see. I think I got a horse in Kentucky. No, you just can't leave and go to Georgia with that. Okay, and people are going to be like, a horse. You know,
Okay.
like, how did you prep to get a horse?
Oh, I didn't really prep.
Yeah, but you went to go get a horse,
Right.
So you just didn't put the horse in your back seat.
No.
Right, exactly. So
Actually, I had to have her shipped because I have a Honda Civic, and you can't really drag a 1,000-pound animal.
Well, that's where I'm
from
going.
a Honda Civic.
That's where I'm going with it. So that's why I'm like, how did you prep for that?
Okay, so the year before I got my horse, my daughter got... No, not the year before. Let's see. We got hers in March, and we got mine in August, 2 years ago.
So this is definitely a horse thing. It runs in the family.
Yes.
Okay.
I had horses growing up. I was around horses a lot. My backyard is up against a horse barn, which you don't even know that, do you?
No, so your backyard is basically an equestrian runway.
Kind of.
Okay,
I mean,
respect that.
it's really run down now. It was built in the 50s, and the neighborhood was actually built around it. It's like
Jesus.
15 acres.
What?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Nice.
But, like, it's falling apart now. Like I said last time, I wanted to buy it and convert it and have it awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not currently awesome. And I do not keep my horses there because it is not currently awesome.
So it's not up to code, or what is that?
No,
like a very pleasant way of saying that.
Kind of. Somebody who just moved out of there said that one of the trusses in the arena was cracked and starting to fall down, and as soon as there's like another heavy wind, that sucker's going, and it's probably going to kill a bunch of animals.
Oh, okay, nothing like liability. Okay, you got insurance, right?
That's
I'm just saying,
not
sort of
my
watchers.
barn.
Okay, even better. If it's
I
not
don't
yours, okay.
have my horses there.
Right, just run it out there. You're
My
bringing up
horses
trestles, you know.
Yeah, my horse lives in Indiana.
I just wanted the other watchers to hear this, and they'd be going, "Hey, did you hear about this trestle that like snapped in half?" And
Yeah.
remember that
Not
fat
my
girl
horse
Dana
lives.
had a horse in there, and
No.
well, last thing I need is PETA coming after my show and talking about you going, "Okay, where's Dana? I need to talk to her."
I am very ethical to animals.
Yes, you are. Laying all BS aside, I will have to give you that. I'm cracking a little bit of a joke
Right.
here, making ha-ha-has. But seriously, I have to give it to you. Yeah, you are.
I'm an
you're
animal
legit
person.
when it comes to the animals. You are all about them. PETA. Anyway.
I'm not about PETA. They're a little bit,
No, I'm giving it.
little much.
Give me your crap.
Okay.
So, no,
But anyway,
go back to that.
to the
Yeah,
horses.
We digress.
So, my daughter's horse had died in February 2 years ago. And she was looking at rescues to find another horse.
Okay.
And she had gone to this one rescue, and every time that she would see a horse she really liked and send in, the information of how to get this horse,
Right.
they kept saying, "Oh, no, that horse is gone." And so we were like, okay, whatever. So she found this place in Kentucky, which has retired racehorses. Now, horses retire really early, usually.
Right.
Most of them because of injury. And so this place is like a rehab, and then they find a second job for the horse. So we went out there. She found 4 horses that she really liked. We went down there, and it's outside of Louisville.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah, it's like 20 minutes outside of there.
Okay.
I can't remember the town exactly. The place is called Second Stride. It is the best. They are so awesome.
So basically, literally, like right over the border of Indiana into Louisville,
Yes.
and boom, you're right there.
Yes.
Okay.
But I can't say enough how great this place was
What's
to
the name
adopt
of it
a
again?
horse. Second Stride.
Second Stride, watchers, if any horse fans are out there, Second Stride, check
If
them
you
out.
want a thoroughbred, they're the place to go.
Perfect girl Dana.
I have
She's
two.
sponsoring and plugging them away. So yeah,
They're
much
awesome.
love on that.
So we went down there, and she saw 3 of the horses first, and then came up to Bernie. Bernie is the tallest horse they had in the entire barn. He was 17.1 when we got him. because he was still growing.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's like 17.3. He's huge. He's a monster. I can't get on him. Like, physically, I can't get on him, even with stairs.
I was gonna ask, did you have like the stair units
Yes.
that they have at like riding centers?
Yes.
Where they say, "Okay, mount the horse," and people are looking, going, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, bring him over here. You climb up, put your foot here."
I'm
swing
5'1", which it doesn't look like I'm that short sitting next to you because I'm up high.
Right.
I look like normal height, and I am not. And he's just huge. And if you don't understand hands, like how they size horses, at his shoulder, he's over 6 foot tall.
So I'm 6'4", and I'm like,
You'd be able to look over him. You would be able to
I can look over him.
Yes.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a big horse.
Yeah, my horse is like, she's probably, I don't know, 5'6", something like that. Because I can barely see over her.
Okay.
I'm,
Right.
on my toes.
Right.
So anyway, so she picks this horse.
Mm-hmm.
And she found a place that would ship him.
Mm-hmm.
And since he was he was in Indiana, we didn't have to have as many things done to him. Like, you have to have Coggins done. Now, Coggins is a test that is for something that has to do with a mosquito-borne illness that could take out an entire barn if one horse has it.
In the middle of a pandemic right now, I think the last people want to hear about is this killer mosquito that can wipe out a barn.
Well, it's not a killer mosquito.
No,
it's
but I know
like,
what you're coming from. I know what you're talking about.
If the horse gets it and a mosquito gets them, it's going to get the whole barn.
Right.
So basically, there's no cure for it either, and you have to put them down, which scares me. There are so many things that scare me about horses. Because I'm on all these groups and everyone's got like, my horse did this, my horse did that. I have $1 million vet bills. Like, like, God.
And you think owning a dog was bad?
Oh, no. Owning a horses want to kill themselves. Like, they do. Like, Bernie one time. So Nefera was pregnant, for 9 months. And didn't like a normal person. And
other watchers didn't know that. Watchers, just for FYI, medically, people are pregnant for 9 months usually. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's technically 10, isn't it?
Well,
technically,
it depends on how you look at it.
It's 10.
Well,
I mean, I puked from conception to birth, so it was 10.
Sounds like a personal issue.
It was. But anyway, back to the horses.
And once again, she digresses.
I'm me.
Right.
So horses can what's called cast themselves, where they get stuck up against a wall, like when they're rolling over, and they can't get over. And they're just stuck there. And they freak out and they can hurt themselves. I'm going to poke you.
For everyone's wondering why
like
she says she's going to poke me, it's because I'm making fun of her doing all these hand gestures like she normally does.
Gesticulation.
Yeah, whatever. Hand gestures. But proceed. Digress.
So I kind of was letting Bernie out. Now, I'm okay with my horse because my horse is smart and she's older. She's a little bit older. And she doesn't do dumb crap like Bernie does because Bernie's young. Like, we got him when he was 4, which is really young. Oh, and the reason that he was retired, this is a good one, is because he didn't like racing, so he would dump jockeys off of him. Just be like, oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jockey dumping. Okay,
yeah,
awesome.
That's why he was retired. My horse was retired because she blew out her knee. So she had to be rehabbed. But she was awesome. She was really fast.
I still want to know about the travel.
Okay, back to traveling. But wait, I didn't finish the casting story. So anyway, he rolls over. I let him out. He rolls over and gets stuck on the fence. And I'm like, oh my God, Nefera's going to kill me. This horse is going to die. Then he finally kicks himself out and kicks out the fence because he's just strong as hell.
Right.
So there's planks of wood just everywhere. And I'm like, You dumb MFer. So, okay. Back. Back to travel.
And people are wondering what the thumping is. It's because Miss Thing here keeps slapping the chair she's sitting in.
At least I'm not smacking the mic today.
So far. Don't worry, we get the counter ready. No, go ahead.
Whatever.
Handle business.
All right. So for those trips, it was just a day trip going down, coming back. So really, I just packed snacks and water.
Okay.
Because that's what I do.
Okay, so for like a basic road trip, an up and down kind of thing, you just do a snacky and call it a day. Nothing special.
Not really. I mean, I have like tools for things that would go wrong. Like I know how to change a tire, and if you don't and you own a car, I don't like you. Wow. No, it's not that I don't like you. I think that
that's one of those things
you
should know.
A vehicle, you should know how to change a tire.
A lot of people just love AAA, but that takes a long time to get to you.
Right. And when you could just frickin' do it. Like, bye, we're out.
Yeah, I get it.
That's just me.
How do you prep for a long road trip?
Lots more snacks.
Okay, well, hey, you know.
No, I do a lot of water.
Okay.
Because that's really all I drink. So I'll get like those really big, what are they called?
It's water, I get that much, but
I don't know. It's the one with electrolytes.
What, Smart Waters?
Yes.
Okay.
I get the big Smart Waters.
All right.
Throw those in the trunk just so I have enough. And Gardettos, I always have to have that for a road trip. Every road trip I've ever taken, I've had those.
That's your go-to.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't eat them any other time. That's my road trip food.
Okay.
So I have that.
It's traditional.
And I have nuts for protein because but if we ever traveled together, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
But my normal road trippy, that's me. Usually like some kind of fruit or so, you know.
Okay.
And then we'll stop and eat somewhere.
Now, where are your places, like, what's a place you normally go to, and where's, like, the spot to eat at?
Like,
arguably speaking, you're
like,
going
because I go to Georgia a lot.
Okay, you know what? Let's throw Georgia out there. You brought it up. You're taking a road trip to Georgia. What's your process for that? Run me through it.
Well, usually when I go to Georgia, I'm down there for 2 to 4 weeks.
Jesus.
Because I'm taking care of a farm.
Okay.
In the mountains, which is amazeballs.
There's always that next level. It's like, oh, I'm taking care of a farm in the mountains.
Yes.
You know, and people are going to be sitting there listening to this going, that lucky biznitch.
Yeah. You know? It's awesome there. I mean, I haven't been able to do it since I got my horse and since Nefera got pregnant.
Right.
And since I got a different job that I can't take off from
and by the
for
way,
a month.
And by the way, watchers, if you don't already know, she is not pregnant anymore. The child's already here.
Yes.
Okay.
I am a grandma. Yay.
Joy.
You know what? It's actually much cooler than being a mom.
Because you get to laugh at your daughter now and be like,
no, it's not even that. Because when I had her, I was stressed out for one. My hormones were everywhere. And I couldn't enjoy, like, the little moments because I was so much anxiety. I couldn't take her shopping because I was afraid somebody would steal her.
Okay.
Like, it was so bad.
Yeah, overly protective mom. I get it.
Yeah.
My mom was the same with me. Don't feel bad.
No, but like, now I can enjoy
Oh, yeah, now, yeah. Because
like,
you're older now, she's older, and you're like, oh, yeah.
And I don't have hormones all over the place, so I can take care.
Allegedly. Sorry, alter ego came out. My bad.
Wow. Yeah.
About that.
I haven't gone through the change yet, so still have some hormones.
That's why I said allegedly.
But I don't have pregnancy crazy hormones.
Right.
Yeah. So I get to enjoy things on a different level.
Yeah, but like, how do you get prepped for that? What's your start time, and are you on a clock? How do you get? What is your
When I go to Georgia?
Yeah.
I usually like to leave early. I like to drive at night though. Because it's just me and trucks.
Right.
And I'm not afraid of them like a lot of people are. A lot of people are very afraid of truck driving.
A lot of those, if you're on the road at night, ever past like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I have to agree to that, man. Them truck drivers, they stay in one lane. You basically can stay, if it's a 4-lane, you can stay middle and coast the entire time, because they literally stay on the hard right.
Right.
They occasionally pass one another, but I'm telling you, they give cars their birthing room.
Well, especially at night, because there's nobody else on the road.
Oh, yeah.
It's fantastic. Like, I love it.
No, don't blame you.
When I normally have to go down to Georgia, I need to show up, during the day or like in the evening. So I usually leave 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I have to prep all of my clothes because I'm going to be there for a month, and then I have to, make sure I have my computers, and I have to make sure I have my my cameras just in case, because I go shooting when I go back, because when I come down, I have to be there at a certain time because there's a reason that I have to be there.
So you're on that mission.
Right.
Okay.
Like somebody has to catch a flight or whatever, and I have to be there at a certain time so I can take care of the animals.
Okay.
Because, you don't want to leave them alone too long.
True. Very true. Man, if anybody knows anything about farm animals, boy, that is very true.
Well, it's not. So there's goats, horses, chickens, ducks, Bengal cats, poodles, and French bulldogs.
Sounds like some Dr. Dolittle zoo crap going on over there.
Well, they breed the dogs and the cats. And I guess the goats too, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, but I have to milk the goats every morning.
Okay.
Which is joyful. Actually, it's not bad.
Okay.
I don't mind it. It's kind of relaxing. I just have like my headphones on, do my do. Goats get a little.
What time
muddy.
do you start that regimen at?
Well, like 7 or 8.
Okay, so you're not doing the old school Little House on the Prairie. It's still dark out, and you're waiting for the sun to crest and everything.
No.
Okay.
No, because actually I do that after feeding the dogs and the cats.
All right.
And then there's like a whole list of things that I have to go through every day. I have to let out, because there's like 30 dogs altogether. So I have to let them out in shifts.
Right.
So they don't bother each other too much.
Sounds like, I'm just listening like this is a cluster.
It's really like once you're doing it, it's not a big deal. Right. But like when you first do it, it's like overwhelming. So, I just have to bring all my gear with me. I don't need to buy food or anything because it's usually either there or, once a week I'll go down the mountain and go grocery shopping.
Right.
Which is kind of cool.
Well, I'm finding it funny, because the story that you're telling me, I know the watchers are listening to this right now, and they're probably going, this is the last form of travel we were expecting to hear. We're thinking road trips, and we're going to hear about something. And no, I'm not mad at you for it.
Right.
I think this is hilarious because this is taking a totally
a
curve that they weren't expecting. But, it's getting good insight on what you're doing during your travels.
Yeah,
though.
and the last time was it the last time or the time before, when I came back, instead of going straight home, I went to South Carolina to go see. What did I go to see?
I have no idea what's there.
Oh, I went to see. You should follow me on Facebook because you would know. Well,
no.
But I went to see this. Like it was a tunnel that was supposed to go through a mountain, but it never made it all the way through, and it was started in the 1800s.
So you dead-ended somewhere?
What?
You said it didn't go all the way through, so there's a dead end. It's like, I'm going through a tunnel.
Yeah, because they never completed it.
Okay.
So it was that, and then there was like this really cool waterfall that I have that picture of that fat girl, Dana. That one, I'm standing in front of the waterfall. Yeah, I saw that there too.
Nice.
And then I went to go pick up your stuff at
Old Smoky Mountain in Tennessee and Gatlinburg.
And I came around because I'm trying to hit all 50 states. So when I was down in Georgia, one of the times I went to Alabama because it was like right there. And I went to where all the unclaimed luggage is. It's a store.
What?
Yes. See, I like to find just weird things.
Weird.
Yes.
That's
so it's
what's
like
the name of this place again?
I think it's just unclaimed luggage.
Wow. Okay. Any other watchers have heard of this? Please leave a comment because
I have a picture of it.
How does this work in unclaimed luggage?
All of the unclaimed luggage.
Buy it?
Yes.
What?
Well, it's like a thrift store. So they take everything out and it's a thrift store.
Really?
Yes.
So you're popping tags, huh?
Wow.
Only $20 in your pocket.
Wow. Yeah, I bought a cool bracelet there that had a tree of life on it. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I feel like I stole it from someone now.
Well, no, it's unclaimed, so
it's
you
unclaimed,
purchased it.
So I purchased it, but deep down inside, I feel like I stole your bracelet for $5. I don't even think it was $5. I think it was like $1.50. But
that's even worse.
I know, right? So it really feels like I stole it.
$5. I felt like giving it back to the community. You're like, no, it's more for like $1. I'm like, oh, Jesus, it's a dollar store thing.
I tried.
Wow, that just made it worse.
But my last big road trip was I hit Wisconsin, Iowa, Nebraska, South Dakota, Minnesota, and then Wisconsin, and then I came home.
Okay.
I did that in 4 days.
Not bad.
So the first day I went to pick up my friend who was going with me, who is my now ex-boyfriend. Not because of that trip.
Wow.
Because that trip was fun. So I went to pick him up in Omaha. Then we drove through half of Nebraska and then stopped because I was freaking tired. And then went to Carhenge, which is in... Where's that at?
Carhenge, isn't that part of Route 66?
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know.
There's something on Route 66. No, it's like a car cemetery.
Oh, no. This is Carhenge.
Henge, okay.
It's set up like Stonehenge.
Right.
It's in Alliance, Nebraska.
Okay.
I knew it. I remember it. Then, in the same day, I went to Carhenge. Then we went to Crazy Horse Monument in the Making, Mount Rushmore, and then we went to see, what's her name?
I don't know what is her name.
It's this beautiful statue of a Native American woman, and her name is...
I swear to God,
something.
I was going to say Pocahontas.
I
know it's not Pocahontas, but you said Native American woman, and I'm just like, well, the first thing that's coming to my mind is Walt Disney.
I want to say Integrity, but I don't think that's it. It's not. It's something kind of along that lines. Oh, but it's beautiful, and it's at a rest area of all places, which I thought was really weird. But that was, one of the things I wanted to see. Then the next day we were in Minnesota, and I saw the Spam Museum.
Yeah, we talked about that on our last episode of the Gordon Ramsay.
Right.
Yes, once again, I'll bring it up. Veterans are the Gordon Ramsays when it comes to Spam. They are, man.
And then we went to, I think it was like Hal's Museum. So it was just some guy who started a museum in the middle of Minnesota. It was random. But it wasn't open. So it kind of took me off because the website said it was open. but the whole town looked closed that day. And I was like, yeah.
Was it like one of those towns that looks like a start of a Stephen King like movie or a Wes Craven?
No, it looked more like
Tim Burton.
No.
Hey, you notice I'm going with everything dark and morbid, right?
It's not. It was more like Mayberry.
Oh, some Andy Griffin stuff.
Yes.
Oh boy, I don't know if that's.
I'm a Griffin.
Griffith. You know.
There's a difference.
Yeah, there is. Totally different alphabet. You know?
Exactly. And then
I was just thinking about Opie and.
Oh, I forgot. We had massages at some point too, because like.
I guess after a long road trip, you need a massage.
I needed a massage.
That happens.
Yeah.
It's not
And
for
he
a
had never
mani
had
and a petty,
one.
you know.
He never had a massage before. What is that? I worked in a spa, so I had massages all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's one of the perks of working in a massage area. You know.
In a spa.
The spa massage area, the spa.
The spa.
The sauna.
I worked at the Red Door Spa.
The spa and sauna.
There was no sauna.
There's no sauna.
No.
I like how people said it too. Sauna.
There was no sauna.
It's like, what the frick are you trying to say?
It was a spa.
The spa and the sauna.
Spa. But I never really got my nails done. Whatever. Anyway, moving on.
Once again, she digresses.
You helped.
Yeah, blame me for kicking you off your path. Whatevs.
And then we ended up in Wisconsin.
My favorite state. One of.
I don't know if it's one of my favorite states.
Well, I'll go into that after you get
Okay.
yours. Yeah, you get yours out the way. Get your stuff out the way. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
My brain went somewhere else.
When doesn't it?
Okay.
Once again, the era that we grew up in, everything's taken out of context. No matter who you are, if you grew up around the comedians we did, everything's taken out of context. But continue.
And then I woke up in the morning and took him to O'Hare, and I came home.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was... I pack a lot of stuff into a small amount of time. Because I don't really need to sit around and be like, I'm going to look at Mount Rushmore for 3.5 hours.
Right.
No, I'm just like, there it is.
Hey, there it is.
It's much smaller than I thought it was. I'm out.
You know, get yourself a couple photos and call it a day.
It's like, I did a little Facebook Live, and I was like, hey, we're here. Yeah, and here it is.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
And that's really what I want to... So I've been to New York State, but I've never been to Niagara Falls. And I want to go. Just for, like, you know, just drive there, look at it, drive home.
No, I respect that.
Like, you know.
Believe it or not, that's the kind of journey guy I am, too.
Yeah.
You know, like, most of the people that know me know I love going to Wisconsin. And that's because I got a lot of my fellow Masonic brothers out there. Got a lot of people I've met over the years. Made some great friends out there. Know several of the business people out there. Because
Yeah.
it's like they actually know what... I'm almost like clockwork with them. They know when I'm coming in, where I'm going, and like... I might as well throw out a few plugs anyway, you know.
Plug away.
Yeah. First thing is, you know, I always make sure I have Sneak with me. And people are like, "What the hell is Sneak?" It's basically an energy drink, but the energy drink that this thing is like zero sugar. Okay.
Fantastic.
And it's like one big vitamin, but it's flavorful. And speaking of which, that's what I have right here, my Sneak bottle. Got me some Sneak here because I use that for road tripping, podcasting. You just need a little extra kick without like sitting there looking like you're going to chew your own ear off or anything. Yeah, right. Right. Without giving you those faces. And I know the watchers are probably like, what the hell on the audio? Don't worry. This will be on YouTube, so you can look at us doing the faces. No, but seriously, like I drink the Sneak and I am good. Like if I have to be up at 5 because sometimes I want to get out and get the early jump and I'm sluggish, I don't like drinking coffee.
Oh, I don't drink. We already went through this. I don't drink
and it's
anything
like
caffeine.
I don't want to drink tea right away because that just makes me have to use the bathroom like a racehorse. And no pun intended for her stuff earlier. No, but seriously, it's
that
like,
a pun?
Well, you know, it's kind of giggity, but you know, whatevs. But you know, I like I said, drinking the Sneak. I drink this nice, slow, keeps me going, and it will give me the boost from like 5 a.m. and I'll start sipping on it. By 6:30, I'm done with it. right? Now, I'm good for the next 16 hours of driving.
Wow.
Like, no joke. I'm good for 16 hours. And, like, if I'm doing something where I have to be up early and I'm sluggish, sip on some Sneak, and I'm good. But when I go to bed, no jitters, no crash, zero crashing, none of the shakes or the heart palpitations that you get from, some other energy drinks.
Yeah, I can't drink those.
Truthfully, this is the only thing that I can physically take. I did Red Bull back in the day, tried a couple of them. I would never drink Red Bull again. Tried the Monster drinks. They're okay, but
I can't even smell them.
They're just you can taste the periodical table in some of those, okay? And yeah, that's how chemical it is. But then my buddy told me about G Fuel because I'm a gamer, and he's like, "Oh man, get G Fuel," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll try a tub of G Fuel." And I'm like, "It's okay."
It's like drinking salt.
But it was very grainy.
Yeah,
it was very
like I
grainy.
said, drinking salt.
And it was. I wouldn't even say salt, like sand almost. And I'm talking about, and I used a shaker. I did the automatic blender thing. I'm talking about, I've done everything with the G Fuel. I couldn't handle it. And no disrespect, if you guys like G Fuel, by all means, boo boo, drink G Fuel. But for me personally,
drinking sand is not appropriate.
Sneak is where it's at for me. And no, I'm not sponsored by Sneak. Sneak is not sponsoring me, but I'm going to give props where props are due.
Right.
They have a good product. They're out of the UK. It's wearsneak.com, and try it out. They actually have the shaker and packet deals. Just try them out, man. It's totally worth it. But back to the other deal.
Oh, did you hit the mic?
No, I hit the table. See?
Oh.
Okay, this is a table check.
Oh.
Yeah, see, that was a table.
Look at you hitting things.
Yeah, once out of your, slaps? How many did you today? Yeah.
I didn't do any today.
Oh, you just slapped the chair left and right.
Oh, well, let's not.
Because your hands were moving. Let's not go there. Anyway, no, but seriously, back to the Wisconsin thing. Like I said, I'll drink the Sneak, and I am good. But when I'm down there in Wisconsin Dells, I'm sorry, I said down.
Yeah.
See, this is what happens when I don't sip this before. It keeps me hazy. This keeps me awake. Hazy, awake. But seriously, though, when I'm in Wisconsin, I'll go right to Lake Delton first. Just swing around there, go right into downtown Dells. And my first stop, if I'm going to do basically going up and back here, is Wisconsin River Meats. I've been dealing with Dave and John from Wisconsin River Meats for, let's see.
Didn't you say it was 20-something years?
At least.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a butcher. All right. All your meats are down there. And what? If you're wondering if you have to go out to Mauston to go see them, no, you don't. Most of the places, when you get through Kenosha and start making your way through Milwaukee and stuff, and you go to these little gas stops, you'll see this big bright yellow label, and it says Wisconsin River Meats on it. Same people. Trust me, go down to Mauston and deal with them direct. You get the bang for your buck. But
I'm not going.
Well, you're not going, but but any of the meat eaters, yeah, I'm talking about all the beef jerky. They're good, and it's at the point now where I'll drive up and be like, "Hey, Dave, what's going on? I'm in town." He's like, "How long are you going to be in town for?"
6 hours.
Well, and you know what? And if I know I'm going to be up there only for a day, I call him up, and when I walk in, before I touch his display, okay, he'll look at me and go, "Don't touch anything. I got you a box. I'll be right back." And he'll bring up the beef jerky because a bunch of my friends love it because it's sirloin jerky. So they'll go ahead and I'll make sure to get their stuff, and then I'll get some beef sticks. And the prices, you just can't beat Wisconsin River Meats prices. I'm not going to lie, man. And if you want something cut there, like you're buying a steak, and somebody wants something cut a certain way, let him know. He'll take care of you, and you just can't beat the prices. It's totally worth it.
I would like it to be cut as a cheese pizza. For
meat eaters, once again, I forgot Miss Vegetarian over here. A lot of people will go to that in a little bit, but that's why she's making the comments she's making.
I'm just being
And yeah, Dave and John, both prior military. They are veteran supporters. They take care of the veterans. They are first responder friendly. If you check out on Facebook on the Watcher's Point of View, I've been posting most of their stuff on there that they've been doing for the community too. So they do give back to the community. They're a great organization and a great company, just great people. Another place that I stop off at is actually one of our sponsors.
Yes.
Our first sponsor. It's called Dell's, the House of Jerky. Dell's House of Jerky, giving them a shout out once again. Thank you once again for being sponsors for the Watcher's Point of View. I greatly appreciate. I met Tony and his wife Tracy out there, and once again, great people. I went in there, saw his grandfather's flag, which I didn't know was his grandfather's flag, but it wasn't, in a case, and I didn't know that was his grandfather's flag at first either. And I'm looking up, and I'm like, no shadow box. All right.
We have one in my kitchen.
It was just weird to see that. I'm like, oh, Chris flag folded. I'm like, all right. So we started talking, and I told him about my club, and there were veteran supporters, things of that nature. And I said, hey, are you a veteran? He's like, no. And then he proceeds to tell me the story about his grandfather. I'm like, oh my God, okay. That was the flag that you will see in his store. Is the flag that was used to drape over his grandfather's casket. And I'm like, wow. So I had my ride or die with me, right? Lady Danny. So we walked out after making a purchase. We spent about an hour and a half in there, by the way, tasting all the frickin' jerky he had there. And they actually have the mushroom jerky, like I told you.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
And we'll definitely have to get you hooked up with some of that. But like when we walked out, I looked over at her and she looked at me and she goes, yeah, we got to get a case. I was like, I'm thinking the same thing. And we actually did. The club actually purchased a shadow box for that. And when it came in, we drove it back up the same day. The same day it came in, we drove it over to him.
Aww.
And we were like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Are you closing? Yeah, do us a favor. We're caught in traffic right now. He's like, what the hell? I was like, yeah, it's supposed to be a surprise, but traffic is ugly right now. We're en route. Stay open. And
just hang out.
He's like, what the hell is this? And then when he saw it,
yeah,
there was like a lot of love there. And once again, thank you guys at House of Jerky in Wisconsin Dells. Greatly appreciate it. Once again, check them out online, Dells House of Jerky. Check them out on Facebook. Ask for Tony or Tracy. Let them know that JP Spector sent you here. And they'll take care of you. Veteran and first responder supporters, and very veteran and first responder friendly. So definitely check them out. Make sure you have your IDs when you go in there for verification purposes. Okay, greatly appreciate that. Another place I go to is Monk's Bar and Grill.
Okay.
All right, that's one of my major stops. It's like Monk's, automatic, boom, done, handled. I'm not leaving Wisconsin Dells on downtown Dells without grabbing a Monk's burger. I don't care if I had a big breakfast. I'm grabbing one of those freaking burgers before I leave, and their fries. Okay. They have to have some kind of addictive chemicals in there that make you crave it. It's almost like, okay, not everyone likes White Castles or likes Crystals because that's Crystals in other states.
Right.
But, sometimes you get that smell, that onion smell, and you're like, oh, and then you're like, oh, it's White Castles, ew. No, you have
but
that.
But they have the Impossible Burger, so I'm okay with it.
Man, let me tell you something. I don't know if Monk's has one yet as a vegetarian burger or anything, but I will suggest going there and finding out.
I could probably look it up.
Look it up online. But still go there and at least get the fries and some of their appetizers and their cheese. Oh my God, they're good.
Well, that's like whenever when I was traveling with the Strauss Project, I would find something that we could all eat because I am the only vegetarian. And the one place we went, which surprised the heck out of me, how many vegan vegetarian restaurants there were, was Omaha. Omaha.
I know what you're saying.
The middle of meat country.
Right. Home of the Omaha Steaks. I'm with you.
I was like, there's so many. So many.
It's like, I found my happy space.
Yeah, we were there for 4 days, and we went to 4 different restaurants. I was like,
Nice.
This is awesome.
Nice. Another place I like going, and it's, once again, shameless plug. And like I said, outside of Dell's House of Jerky, none of these other places I'm mentioning have paid me in any way, shape, or form, any sponsorship in any way, shape, or form. I'm just keeping it real with you where you need to go and check out. It's called the Cheese Chalet, and that's in Lake Delton. And
it sounds so fancy.
You can't miss it. It has a big mouse in front of it holding a big old brick of cheese, right? Once again, place that has dealt with me so long, it's ridiculous. And one of the gentlemen that works there, I don't have permission. I haven't spoken to him to use his name, so I'm not going to say. Mm-hmm. But I will say the owners have, they got to know me. Needless to say.
Everyone gets to know you.
But no, to the point where I'll walk in, and they're like, "Hi, welcome. Oh, Jesus, don't touch our display." They're like,
I want this.
They're like, "We already know you want a case of curds. We got you covered." Yeah, they're dill.
A case of curds?
They're,
a case?
Yeah, they're by Mill Creek. They're dill and garlic. Those are
awesome.
They are freaking unbelievable. The Mill Creek is the way to go.
But like a case?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I get a case because
do you at least ration them?
No. See, I usually do the road trip over there. Mm-hmm. The day trip, but I bring it back and spread the love.
Oh, okay.
So
because I'm like, if you eat
my
a case
friends,
of cheese.
my mom, I make sure everybody gets some of the cheese.
Okay.
But
I've never gotten any.
Yeah, there's a reason. What?
No love.
No love for the Dana.
No love.
No, seriously though, that's the first thing they'll look at me and they're like, no, don't touch. We got a case for you. Just don't touch. Go continue shopping. Just don't touch our curds.
We got you.
Their cheese samples, oh my God. They have a cream of chicken cheese. It tastes like cream of chicken. They have a nacho and a taco flavored cheese. It sounds gross, right? It does.
Cream of chicken sounds disgusting.
But it is good.
Cheese.
No, but I'm serious. Laying all jokes aside, the gentleman in question who got me trying it, he's like, no, you gotta try it. You gotta try it. I was like, yeah, okay. And he pulled off piece. I'm like, yeah, give me a brick of that. And then and it's at the point where they know certain people I'm buying certain cheeses for. Uh-huh. To where I'll walk in and he's like, hey, I know your buddy likes this pepper jack. I know your other buddy likes this 7-year-old crystallized cheese here. We got this over here. He goes, I'm already pulling that for you, so don't worry about it. You keep shopping and buy your stuff. I'm like, okay, that's pretty bad. And it's funny, though, because my friends who have gone with me, mm-hmm. who go, yeah, okay, yeah, sure, it's like that. When they walk in there with me, they're like, Jesus Christ, you weren't lying. Because they couldn't believe when they walked in. I'm like, hey, this is my buddy. They're like, yeah, okay. Are you getting a case of curds with him? And my friends look at me like, you weren't joking about that? No, I'm.
Why would you joke about something like that?
People just don't believe someone's buying a case of curds. So, but definitely.
There are things to lie about in life. And
that's
buying
not one of them.
A case of cheese curds is not.
It's too stupid to make up.
Right.
It is. It's too stupid to make up. But those are my spots in Wisconsin mm-hmm. that are my main stops. I always hit up.
Right.
Wisconsin River Meats. That's the first one. I'm gonna hang out there for a little bit.
Do you do like a loop?
Kind of, sorta. It depends. If I get there early enough, I'm gonna hit Monk's first and get some chow in me. Okay. After that, I'm going to head up to Boston, grab everything I need to get there, go back and visit Tony at the House of Jerky. And before I hit the expressway, I'm going to stop off at the Cheese Chalet. Because across the street is a gas station, too, so I can get to fill up and everything in one hit.
That's something we should discuss.
What, gas?
Yes.
Well, that's going to be on my next trip that I'm about to bring up. The next road trip, when I went out to Tennessee. Mm-hmm. Going out to Tennessee, I'll tell anybody this. The longest part of that trip
is Indiana.
Is coming through Illinois. It's literally going through Indiana, people. That is not a freaking joke. That is
God.
From, if you're doing 80-94, like most people do.
Well, actually, I don't, because I just zip over to get on 65.
Exactly. You have that.
And 65 is the devil.
Isn't it, though?
Oh, my God.
That is really like... It really is.
I came back in an ice storm. once
Oh, I say a prayer for you now.
when I was coming from Georgia, and I had to stop at the rest area because I just couldn't take it anymore. And the rest area was actually 5 miles away from my exit.
Ouch.
Yeah. There was a truck facing me in a ditch on the other side.
I believe it.
I was like, what is happening here?
I believe it.
Like, it spun all the way around and landed in a ditch. And I was like, okay.
Wow. Right. It's like, wow, this is interesting.
Like, why am I driving?
Right.
What am I doing?
Oh, it's exactly like that. You know, and I will say that is the longest part of any trip because it takes 5 solid hours to get right into Kentucky.
Yeah.
And then
It's horrid.
it's like, and here's the thing: when you get to Kentucky, you're like, okay, I made it through Indiana. All right, I'm in Kentucky now. And you know, you might stop for gas in Kentucky.
I usually do.
When you stop for gas in Kentucky, I will tell you right now, you're going to really lose track of time because the next thing you know, you're going to see, welcome to Tennessee. You're going to be like, what the F?
Right.
Like, wait, wasn't I just in Kentucky?
What's really weird about going to Georgia is you'll leave Tennessee, enter Georgia, go back into Tennessee, and go back into Georgia. It's really freaking weird.
Well, you know, once again, I had Ryder die with me, right? And we stopped off at this place she wanted to hit up in Kentucky called the Ark, right? It's just like life-size.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Don't go.
I was never planning on it.
Oh, my God, don't go. I will tell you right now, that is a long. It wasn't a long line. We went in October. It wasn't too bad.
Was it when it first opened?
No. It was
It's
just.
only been open for like 2 years, isn't it?
I think it's been a little bit longer than that. But when we went, though, there's like what we thought there was not that many people there until we were driven up by this charter bus up to the Ark. And then when I saw it, I'm like, oh, damn, this is not a joke. And, you know, I'm looking around going, you know what? I'm very impressed that someone took the time to make this and come out with the scenery. I'm like, okay, this isn't bad. I have some photos of it. I'm like, wow, this is kind of cool. Until I went inside.
And then it became.
When I went inside, man, my thing is, I like this thing called climate control. And I don't think they heard about it. And I don't think they understood that many bodies gathering around, it gets hot.
Because it's the real Ark.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear that.
That don't have no air conditions.
Oh, but I'll tell you, they had surveillance cameras everywhere. You know, there's a lot of electronics in there, and I'm like, you can't afford a little AC up in here?
Right.
But,
where are you going to put that?
There's a lot of mouth breathers there.
But where are you, honestly, where would you put?
It's called central air, not that hard. Figure something out.
But where would you put central air for something that
put
huge?
Put it behind the Ark, all right?
Yeah, because that looks sexy.
You know, it don't matter.
That looks
build
biblical.
Something. I don't care how biblical it is. I'm trying to stay cool up in here.
Then you should have got one of those towels.
I do have one.
Oh, I have like 5.
I'll tell you right now, it was.
Love those.
I was not overly complaining.
But was complaining?
I was bitchy and moaning a tad bit at the second floor, but the cool thing was.
How many floors are there?
3 levels. But now, by the time we got to the third
What's
level
in
of our.
steerage?
Oh, we're not going to even go there. But. Experience it yourself.
I ain't doing that.
When? But when we got to that third level, that's when Ride or Die changed. She was like, "Oh, this is so nice. We're like, oh, this is really beautiful in here." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, kiss my butt on this one. It is not beautiful."
Well, do they have
it is cool. It's a lot of interactive stuff. There's a lot of things to look at. It does. There is some history there.
Animals in it?
Yes, I will say that. Not live, of course.
Yeah.
But
because they don't smell it up.
No, seriously, there is a little historical his story about as I did. For people who are listening, I'm doing air quotations. His story about. What happened, how it happened, how they kept the stank out, everything of that nature.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm serious. It was
that part's not in the Bible.
Right, exactly. But they his story, air quotations for people who are listening. But it was kind of cool how they really discussed it and everything. By the time we got into the living quarters, which was on the 3rd floor, she was ready to go. You know, and I'm the kind of guy who wants to do what? I want to go to the souvenir shop because that's where the cool stuff is, right? I will tell you right now, we got down there. I looked for about a grand total of 15 seconds, and I don't mind crowds, but I still don't like crowds, as you know.
I mind them.
I went over there, and I was just looking around going, oh, this is okay. A lot of stuff that you see in the zoo that you can purchase at any local zoo. I'm like, not impressed with a different tag on it. But it just seemed that everyone decided to congregate in the gift store.
Yeah.
Like, everyone. I'm
Lame.
like, and then we got out of there, right?
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, thank God. Now, mind you, that took about 4.5 hours off of my time schedule.
4.5 hours?
It was bad. You know, off of my time schedule,
no.
right? No, you know, because I'm being cool about it. And,
right.
And here's the thing. I'm stretching my legs. I'm relaxing a little bit. You know, even though I'm, you know, bitching and moaning, I'm still relaxing. I'm doing my thing. I'm like, yeah, I need to stretch and cool, blah, blah, blah. I got back in the truck, and I just kept going. We made a couple pit stops. Oh, yeah, but when we finally got into Tennessee by Sayreville and Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, it's a different way of life out there, and I don't have to tell you that. But the way we packed for that road trip was had a cooler with all the beverages in there. Already had sandwiches and stuff made up for backup. You know, because our thing is this: we're going to find a restaurant and eat on the road and eat in the car. Right. And that's another thing that we're going to start doing. I'm going to need your help with. I only have one GoPro. And I'm not about to take, you know, the big, you know, professional cameras.
Big suckers.
Well, I'm not taking your big professional cameras. But what I'm going to start doing after this travel bans and things get lifted.
See, it's not really a travel ban. You just can't stop anywhere.
Certain states.
Where?
You know, certain states, they're going to see those Illinois plates, or they see plates that aren't that border state. You know, some of these people are getting stopped. You know, it is what it is. Violation of executive order. You know, yeah.
What executive order? There's no executive order.
Stay at home. No traveling.
I'm sorry. There's no executive order from the president.
Oh, not from the POTUS, no.
So,
you know, everyone's saying executive order.
That's not. That's not a thing.
Once again, that goes back to what we said in the beginning of it, a fine line between trying to get people to kind of settle down and relax really using terminology
that is correct.
And this is why I said the whole constitutional thing, and that's why I brought that up. But we'll digress to that later. Okay. Breathe. No, but what I'm saying is, like I said, all I have is the one GoPro right now. Right. And I'm going to use that for just dash camming. And taking
you can use your phone for that.
No.
But you can.
Yeah, I know I can, but...
Because my phone, I have that really cool attachment that I bought just so I could record while I was driving.
Right. Well,
I do that.
The cool thing is, like with the GoPro, I can voice activate it.
Oh,
you know?
Really?
Yeah. It's voice activated. GoPro record, and it'll just start recording. GoPro stop.
Ew.
So I don't have to mess around with my phone at all. Hands stay on the steering wheel. It's a safety thing for me. And like I said,
that's why you have someone else in the car with you.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm a control freak. No, you're not going. But I'm a control freak, as you know, because you're the same way in your vehicle. I'm the same way in mine. That's why we cannot. I don't think we could technically road trip comfortably.
Yes, we could.
Yeah, we could. I'm messing with you. God, relax, woman. But no, let me finish.
The words that come out your mouth.
Yes, your mouth. But
wow.
Yes. But traveling through into Tennessee, the places to eat though aren't in Sayreville. They're not. Even though they have a ton of restaurants and they're nice restaurants out there, you want to hit that Pigeon Forge in Gatlinburg. Yeah. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's touristy. Okay, yeah.
Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge are very touristy.
But you know what, though? The food places there, don't believe all the hype on Yelp. I'll tell anyone that. Do not believe the hype on Yelp. There was one called Captain Jim's, and everyone knows, anyone who knows me on road trips knows I hate buffets with a passion. I went to Captain Jim's because one of my other buddies told me, he goes, I know you hate buffets, try it. He goes, if you don't like it, I will give you money back.
Whoa.
I was like, that's a bold statement to tell me that. So what I did, I actually went there, and Lady Danny and I, man, oh my God, the best. I'm talking, these people don't play. Like, they'll bring out a ton of crab legs, right?
Okay.
And then it's like, they'll hit the timer on them, And literally, they're not done by a certain time. They snatch them. They just don't leave food hanging out there.
Okay.
They'll bring shrimp, eggplant, whatever the case may be. They're going to bring it out there, and they're on the timer.
Well,
Like
that's
they
good.
they sit there and time that stuff. So their thing is like it's nothing baking underneath the lights.
Uh-huh.
I love that.
Yeah.
Great place. Another place in Knoxville, which is an hour away from Sayreville. It's called EO Steakhouse. Of course, I know you're not a meat person, but still.
They have potatoes.
But for the people who are meat eaters, who are the fellow watchers who are like the meat, this is one of the best places to go for a steak. Spend the money there. It's worth the ride. And literally, they cut as many ounces as you want. You know, like some places, like in Texas, they go, hey, we have the 70-ounce steak challenge, blah, blah, blah. You know, because those are challenges. Oh, not there. Their thing is like, you want 50 ounces of steak? We'll give you 50 ounces. They're like, we don't care. They're like, no. Yeah, literally. It's like, you want meat sweats? Here. We got you faded. Here, hold up. Here, try this.
Want to have a heart attack tomorrow? Boom.
Right. And they're basically SPG, you know, salt, pepper, and garlic kind of thing.
Okay.
Maybe a little butter over the top, but that is about it. But the best food on the face of the planet. I can't say enough great things about that place.
How's their vegetable selection?
Believe it or not, large.
Really? Awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
all jokes aside, large. I can't say enough good things about them. And once again, that's not a place that I'm sponsored by.
Right.
You know, I'm just keeping it real where to go. Another place, and I can't remember the name of it. It's in Gatlinburg, and it's away from the away from the downtown area.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember what street it's off of. It's like you're going into downtown Gatlinburg, and instead of going right into downtown, you make a left, and it takes you around this back road. It's a little small, like, shack, okay? And it had the worst freaking reviews on the face of the planet. But every time I drove...
They're always the best.
But you know what? I drove by
Shacks
it.
are always the best.
And I kept driving by it. I'm like, oh my God, it smells so good. And, you know, we said, screw it, we're going. Right? We went in there, and you talk about getting the bang for your buck? And I told them, I said, hey, you know, I'm allergic to pork, you know, and they're like, really? I was like, yeah. So I was like, brisket and chicken, please. And I looked at the price. I'm like, okay, that seems pretty decent for brisket and chicken. And I said, oh, throw some burnt ends on that bad boy. They're like, okay. Well, the next thing you know, they bring me this huge styrofoam container, right? I'm like, what the F's in all this? You know, I'm like, that's kind of big for what I ordered, you know? And then I open it up. It's like, right? It like snaps open, and there's like a freaking mound of brisket, a mound of like burnt ends, and like 4 huge pieces of Yardbird, like standing there. And I'm sitting going, okay, let me look at the price again. Maybe they didn't charge me what they should have. And no, they're like, oh no, we charge you the right price. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I tried the food, and I'm looking at the reviews again. I'm like, you people. And I said, I said, you know what? I have to ask. And I said, sir, question. Why the crappy reviews with great food? The sauces were good. The meat was done perfectly. Perfect grains. I'm talking, you can't say nothing negative about this place. They're like, believe it or not, we had a lot of young people come in here for summer jobs, things of that nature. And since it's not their blood, sweat, and tears that went into this business, they don't put any heart into it. They're like, we put love into everything we do. These kids were just serving people up and calling it a day. I was like, wow. I'm like, that's why you guys got these crap reviews? He goes, yes. I was like, well, you know, we threw out some good reviews for him because I'm like, you guys don't deserve this. You know, but a couple places had awesome reviews that we tried. I'm like, yeah, let me try this. I'll tell you right now, any place that is a Mexican restaurant in Gatlinburg, make sure, and this is no disrespect to the companies or the businesses, but if you want Mexican, don't go to the real fancy, flashy places. Go to the ones that look like the stuff in Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana.
Go to Mr. Burrito in Chicago Heights.
Like I said, go to the little small shops. Yeah, go there. They hook you up. And there's one place, and it's actually right by, oh my God, it's right by the old Smoky Mountain moonshine area. It's called Fanny Farkle. Okay. They actually have foot-long freaking corn dogs. And I said, okay, there's no way in hell they have a good foot-long hot corn dog. in these like cheesesteak sandwiches, like they can't be that good because it looks like something from a carnival, right? And I'm talking that's the size of the.
So carnival food's not good?
Some of it is, but you start talking about corn dogs, and you look at the size of the shop, you're kind of like 50-50. Looks like something. Like everyone loves Dairy Queen for the ice cream. They don't eat their food. You know where I'm coming from?
Except for cheese curds.
Oh, you can't go around cheese curds. But people don't eat the food there, right?
Right.
So I'm like, okay, let me try one of these bad boys out. Perfect. Dough, crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. Hot dogs, well done, all beef. It was just good times. Definitely, I would suggest that. But leaving and going to these places, when I get prepped up, I first off find out how long it's going to take me to get there. Mm-hmm. I already guesstimate gas money, so that's in a separate wallet.
Okay.
Now
you carry cash?
To a degree, yeah.
Really?
I carry two separate forms of payment. Oh yeah, I always have different separate forms of payment.
I do not.
Then I have my actual travel bag for, shoes, if I'm going to bring multiple different shoes, clothing, my personal hygiene stuff. That's in one bag. Then I have I don't know what the hell's going to happen bag.
Which you always
Which
have.
is my survival go bag,
right.
which turns into the everyday carry bag. Mm-hmm. I literally have that. Plus, I actually have my side bag that is for my camera stuff. So it is a lot of different bags I have, and it's like Lady Dana will bring one bag, right? And she's faded. And
I can't do that.
And then she kind of looks at me like, well, I know you have everything else. And
well, that makes sense.
I'm not trying to rip on her or anything, but every now and then she's a little accident prone. So I have my own first aid bag, and then I have a bag I made for her. Literally, she had it's like I have my own first aid kit, that I keep for any kind of emergency. But then there's her bag, first aid kit. And I'm like I said, I'm not trying to rip on her. She is a tad accident prone, but anything that can possibly go wrong, I'm pretty much prepared for her.
Okay.
To the point where I actually have splints. And splint wraps. I'm talking about it is damn near an EMT paramedic bag.
Good God.
That I condensed into something about the size of maybe I
have Band-Aids.
A toilet, like a toiletry bag.
And wipes, basically.
I like to just be prepared. And, and that's the thing, too. It's when I get prepared, I'm overly anal about it because it's like my wardrobe bag, that's the easiest bag I put together. Then I have to sit there and go, okay, how many EpiPens do I have? So
see, I don't need extra stuff like that.
Me, I do. Because if I go to the restaurants and something happens,
right?
Per the doctor, I have to have two EpiPens with me. I can't do the one EpiPen anymore.
Right.
So now I got 4 EpiPens that I carry. So I got 2 that stay in like wherever we're going to be hanging out at, and plus 2 I carry with me while we're out.
Got it.
Albuterol, because I do have asthma, and depending on the time of year, I had to make sure there's the emergency one in my, jump out and all hell breaks loose bag. Plus I have one on person, and then I have a spare in the travel bag.
See, I'm so blessed that I have
nothing to deal with
wrong with me. And I remember the first time that we met, you asked me what I was allergic to.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes. My biggest issue was I needed to know everything that could possibly go wrong.
Right.
Because I didn't know because some people are allergic to smells. And I can't, like colognes. There's certain colognes I can't wear because they're alcohol based. So most of my stuff comes from Essentially Yours in Flint, Michigan. Yeah, another shameless plug. Thank you, Paige. Paige, if you're listening, I plugged you. Essentially Yours, Flint, Michigan. It's a little mom and pop area, and she has the greatest body oils out.
Okay.
And that's the only thing I can wear.
Huh.
And it's bad that I can't, wear normal things, but I have very sensitive skin too, believe it or not. So most of the colognes,
I do too. I mean, look at me.
Well, most of the colognes that are out here, if I spray them, I'm good for maybe a couple minutes, but then my arm will break out.
Oh.
My skin is sensitive over the years from shaving, where like right underneath my chin and around the sides here, if I shave those areas, I will break out. And I'm always worried now because medically I can't get keloids now.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
So people are like, oh, use an electric shaver. No, that isn't working. They're like, well, try the straight razor. No. And then people are like, just use
1922.
Right. And then, it's not, we're not trying to do the Sweeney Todd here, And then some people are just like, well, you can use one of the big, like, tri or quad razor blades. I'm like, no, I can't. And actually, I've actually gone to the doctor, and the doctor's like, yeah. He goes, he gave me an examination. He's like, I can't give you antibiotics because if I give you antibiotics to combat it, he goes, when you actually need antibiotics when you're sick, your body will not, be affected by it.
Yeah, I haven't had antibiotics for 7 or 8 years.
Right. So he told me, he goes,
just won't.
He just basically told me, he goes, your skin is that sensitive. Mm-hmm. He goes, it seems like the older you've got, the more sensitive it's become.
Well, I have rosacea. That's why my face is all red. And I didn't cover it with makeup today because I just, You
didn't care. You
no said, care, hey. COVID hair is what I'm going with. And yeah, I was on antibiotics for that. But antibiotics are not really great for your body.
Oh, they're not. And that's what he was telling me.
Nope.
And that's what he was basically telling me. He goes, I know when you get sick, you get sick.
Yeah.
He goes, so we're not he goes, I can't put you on anything. He goes, into creams, he goes, even though they might be for sensitive skin, he goes, your skin's at the point right now where you could have a reaction and still break out.
Right.
And he goes, you can. And that's what, once again, I have to be careful what I put on my face and stuff.
Can you, do you use Epsom salt at all?
I've tried that too. I've done witch hazel, tea tree oil, everything.
Okay.
Even when I try to mix certain things, I actually have to use a guard to trim up. Like my cheeks, I can use just the electric like hair trimmer on my cheeks and on my sideburns and stuff without a problem. But anytime I'm getting anywhere around my lips, underneath here, anything that comes underneath the neckline here, any of this stuff here, oh man, bad breakout. I'm talking about I
don't even have hair anymore.
It's like almost like a connect the dots kind of thing going on if I actually
I don't like the last 10 years I really haven't had to shave my legs. I grow like
the watchers
4 or
wanted
5
to hear that or
of hair.
like worried about that.
You should be worried.
It's like
I don't know why. And I have like no eyebrows, really. I don't. I'm considering shaving them off. And
okay, hey, you know what? We're going to use that as a poll for anybody listening to this episode or watching this episode of the Travelers Watcher's Point of View episode with that fat girl Dana. The question is, should she shave her eyebrows, yes or no? Or should we turn it into like, hey, if we get so many subscribers and likes on this particular episode, she's going to shave her crap and live on, we'll do a live cast. Just
it'll take a half a second since I have like barely any eyebrow.
Yeah, okay. So, and?
Okay. You know what? Another thing about when I travel, sometimes I travel with purple hair.
Yes, I have seen that more than once. That is a treat, people, to see her with the purple hair.
I love doing it, but like I said,
freakiest thing.
COVID hair, don't care.
Oh, it's definitely COVID hair right now, but
I don't care.
Yeah, when you get your hair color, though, we definitely have to show the watchers like that.
I love my purple hair.
It's a transformation that's unfrickin' real, people.
Makes my eyes really stand out.
Well, it does something, all right. I'm not going to say what, but it does something.
But like driving through Iowa, I had dyed my hair purple for that long trip because I knew I was going to do a lot of stuff on camera. So, old ladies at rest areas were like, what the hell? I'm like, it's purple. It's purple.
Like, don't worry, it's purple. I'm fine.
Your hair's almost purple.
It's like, I'm doing the Willy Wonka thing. Don't look confused.
It's awesome. And it's actually the hair color I use.
Oh, boy.
Is Arctic Fox.
Okay, I was going to say, don't tell me it's Oompa Loompa or anything.
No,
that would be like
it is Purple Rain is the color name.
Oh, keeping it Prince, huh?
Yeah. But it's an awesome color. I love it. And it's vegan.
Oh, it's vegan.
Because you're going to eat it or something. No, actually, Nefera was one who researched it because Nefera does different color hair. Not right now. She doesn't. She's in baby hair.
Oh, she's in mom mode right now.
Yeah,
she
she's like,
ain't got time to be doing her cute thing right now.
Yeah. So, well, actually, right now she's kind of got like blonde hair and then black hair. Well, because she hasn't dyed it anything else because it's growing out. Mm-hmm. And yeah. But she's the one who started me on the Arctic Fox. Nefera is the researcher in the family. If she wants to know anything, she will research the hell out of it.
Oh, sounds like me.
Yeah.
Because
so I have both of you to research things.
Well, like I said, this episode's about traveling, and the biggest thing I will tell any of our watchers listening to us and all of our just crazy stories, enjoy the journey first off. That's the main thing. Enjoy the journey. Check, double check, triple check everything before you go on.
And try not to take 65 if you don't have to.
Yeah, if you can avoid it, or leave late at night. You know, leave
Not
about
even then.
Well, no, yeah, 10:30, 11 isn't too bad. You know,
people are dumb, and then they get in accidents.
Hey, people.
Okay. People get in accidents.
There you go. People are not
paying attention.
Correct. So, you know, there's a difference there. You know, but definitely get prepped up, be prepared, ask questions, check Google Maps, get a travel guide because they're free anyway, and they send you maps and everything. So get them. Check. You're on YouTube watching us right now. If it's the video, check on YouTube and the location that you're trying to go to. See where the best. Type in best places to eat. There's someone 9 times out of 10 who did a video on it, and like I'm one of those people who, when this travel ban lifts, the places I'll be traveling to, I'm going to be taking a GoPro with me. I'm going to go to the different restaurants. I'm going to go places I've already gone, so people can kind of get faces and names together, and restaurants, I'm going to go check them out. And also, if anyone has any recommendations for different locations, I'll tell you right now, Texas is one of my hot spots I'm going to hit. Sedona, Arizona.
I have one for you in Texas. My cousin Dan Weinberger.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
He has a deli. He has two of them. One of them is in.
I'm going to be in Austin. That's the area I'm looking for. So even if I have to travel,
I think you'll have to go. I think it's around Dallas.
And I've already been told I have to check out Buc-ee's, which is like one of these huge freaking rest stops / 100 and some odd gas pumps and everything.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a Walmart, Target.
It's huge.
Like 7-Eleven, all in one.
I think I went past it.
Yeah, everyone's who has already spoken to me about doing the Texas road trip has said,
have you ever been to Texas before?
No.
Oh.
They said, hit Buc-ee's. And I did. I'm not going to lie. I did my Google research. Holy crap. They were not playing about Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is like a legitimate thing to hit up. So, like, that's why I can't wait to actually get out there with my camera and go around and do my thing and, like, back up the legitimacy of what I'm seeing,
Right.
Because people know I'm very, like, really particular about my food and stuff.
Yeah.
So, if I give them... and
you're really particular about everything.
Right. And they have beef jerky there, too. So, no offense to Dell's House of Jerky or any of my other fellow jerky places. I will be trying Buc-ee's. And, Buc-ee's is going to have some competition. I've never had their jerky. But, from the jerky I have had before
you're
from
gonna
my
have
companies.
Texas cow jerky.
Hey, I don't care.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying
know.
Texas is a little bit different.
Hey, I'm not trying to hear that. I'm talking they got
a little
competition.
Bit different cow.
They got competition with my people.
Big cow with the big horns.
That's how it starts, But, they carve them up really good. But that's, like I said, that's one of the places I'm going to check out. Okay. There's a couple other places in Austin I want to check out. But definitely, anybody has any suggestions of places to travel to, check out, please leave a comment either on the Podbean, the Spotify, or if you're watching this on YouTube, please.
Or on the Facebook.
Or Facebook on the Watcher's Point of View. Yeah, hit me up. Let me know. Hey, yeah, you know what? Check this place out. Check that place out, and the people who actually do give you some good recommendations, I'll give you a shout out on the air and let people know, hey, I came here because of you, But I know we always do this. We always go to like an hour and 20 minutes.
I know, it's crazy.
You know, we have not had an episode under an hour. And you know what? Thank
Ever.
you in advance, watchers, for staying with us for as long as you have. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the different episodes that we're coming up with. Greatly appreciated. We'll wrap it up. And once again, that fat girl Dana, thank you for coming on, co-hosting with me again. It's always a pleasure to have you here on the Watcher's Point of View.
My pleasure.
Go ahead, give yourself a plug out for all the stuff you do. Yeah, I know you don't need to, but plug it, girl, because you know you're my media girl. I want people to know about all the stuff you do. Hit it up.
Yeah.
She goes, here I go again.
Let me get it all together in my brain. You can check out all my stuff on that Fat Girl Media at WordPress.com. I'm also on Facebook. I have many different things going on there. I'm also on a podcast called DT on Our Minds.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Tasha, what's up, girl?
Tasha, woo!
Tasha, give me some love there.
Yeah, I actually recorded yesterday with her.
Nice.
But we social distanced because
You're social distancing. Right.
We were being nice to each other.
Right.
Apparently, we don't care
No, we don't.
if we kill each other.
No.
No.
Fine. It's cool.
So, I've got that, which you can watch episodes of that on that Fat Girl Media at WordPress.com. I'm on Twitter with both DT on Our Minds and that Fat Girl Dana. YouTube. I got a lot of stuff going on.
And also, I do have her link on the Watcher's Point of View on podbean.com in my links section. So definitely, give Dana some love. Go check her out. Like, subscribe to her. Make sure, you watch some of her videos. They're very good, too. Very intriguing. And there's a lot of stuff with a lot of information that you might not know. She hits on some details that the average person doesn't. She gets to the nitty-gritty of the topic for sure. And as for me, check me out on the Watcher's Point of View on Facebook, Watcher's Point of View on Podbean. I'm on Spotify, Watcher's Point of View, of course, on YouTube. If you want to watch any of the videos, please like and subscribe on Podbean and on the YouTube. Hit me up with a like on the Watcher's Point of View on Facebook. I would greatly appreciate it. Once again, I'm going to give out some quick shout outs and I'm going to seal it up. First shout out is to Save 22 in Ohio. It's a veteran outreach program for our veterans who are suffering from PTSI. They're raising awareness for suicide awareness for the 22 veterans that do commit suicide a day. Giving a shout out to my boy Sean, the veteran guy, motivational speaker, also former armed forces in the Army. Give him some love, Sean, the veteran guy, on Facebook. Let him know you were on the Watcher's Point of View. He's actually had a couple episodes with me. He's also going to be guest hosting some more here on the show. Another shout out to our sponsor, the House of Jerky, Dell's House of Jerky. Once again, as for Tony, as for Tracy, tell them JP Spector sent you. So on behalf of myself, JP Spector, the host, we got my co-host here, Fat Girl Dana.
Fat girl.
I said that fat girl.
You said Fat Girl Dana.
Okay. Well, that fat girl. Okay, once again, on behalf of myself, JP Spector, and my other co-host here, that fat girl Dana, thank you for coming in on Watcher's Point of View. Once again, always have an open heart, open mind, keep it real. We're all on the same path. Much love. See you next time.
There's this.